Hey guys, this is the episode 2 of This is How I Make a Digital Product. And for this video, ang topic natin is gonna be the phase 2 of, creating a digital product. And we're gonna be talking about offer crafting and also delivery cube. So, the first episode was all about us doing the market research, identifying the problems of those target audience, and for us to identify those problems, we need to conduct a survey. And now that we are done with doing the survey, didiretso na tayo sa offer crafting and also delivery cube. So, just to give you an overview, offer is basically us creating a solution to their problem. Since na-identify na natin yung problem nila, ang gagawin na lang natin is we need to create a solution to every problem that they've given us or yung mga questions nila. Okay? So that's how we create an offer. So here are the things that we need to consider when we create an offer. So we're gonna be using the value equation framework of Alex Hormozi. And ang sabi niya, to have or to be able to create an irresistible offer, it needs to have the four things. It needs to help them get to their dream outcome or yung goal nila. Second is, it should be a vehicle that increases their chance of success para mapunta dun sa dream outcome nila. And that offer also needs to give them quick win or no delays. And also, yung last is, that same solution or offer needs to help them avoid efforts and sacrifices. Pero guys, ang pinaka-importante dito is mag-focus tayo dito sa pagbigay ng quick win or no delays, and then also to avoid efforts and sacrifices. So, one of the good example is yung ginawa nila sa Tribe, freelance movement Tribe, yung kay John Pagulayan. So, sabihin natin yung dream outcome is how to get a client. Okay? How to get a client. Tapos, sabihin natin yung chance of success is yung script. This script will help you get a client or will help you solve on how to get a client. Di ba parang ang ganda na? Kasi most of the marketers or most of the offer owners, ang focus nila, eto lang. Pero hindi siya nagiging strong eh. Kasi, dapat dito tayo mag-focus eh. So, ulitin natin, tatype ko na lang dito para at least meron tayong idea. So, ganito yung first, kung focus lang tayo sa top, yung dream outcome tsaka chances of success. This script allows you to get a premium client. So, dream outcome is get a premium client, tapos yung chance of success is yung script. Pero, mas powerful pag ganito yung statement natin. This script allows you to get a premium client even without a portfolio or experience. Kasi 'di ba, experience delay 'yun. Kailangan pa nilang magkaroon ng experience para makakuha ng client. And then yung effort nila is kailangan pa silang gumawa ng portfolio. Pero mas powerful 'di ba 'to? Pakinggan kasi this script allows you to get a premium client even without a portfolio or experience. So dapat ganun yung pag-craft natin ng offer. It needs to give them quick win or no delays, and then it needs to help them avoid efforts and sacrifices. And magagawa natin yun siya once we have identified their objections, which is why I'm gonna be showing you a framework para ma-identify natin yung psychographics nila. When we say psychographics, parang gusto lang natin malaman kung ano yung mga concerns nila or mga potential objections nila. Kasi once we know their objections, hindi tayo mahihirapan to craft an irresistible offer like this one. Okay? So, these are the things that we're gonna be doing in this video. So, step 1, we're gonna be analyzing the survey answers. But of course, inanalyze na namin yung survey answers for the very reason na 344 yung answers eh. So sobrang haba nun. Baka abutin tayo ng ilang oras just for that, analyzing the survey. Step 2, we're gonna be identifying the top 5 theme of their burning question, which in-identify ko na din. And then step 3, we're gonna be formulating a psychographics using the before and after grid framework ni Ryan Dice. Tapos, ang next is we plan out on how you will be able to solve the problem using the delivery cube of Alex Hormozi. And of course, step 5, we're gonna be crafting an offer statement. And for the offer statement, hindi naman na kailangan maganda siya kaagad. Ang importante, malapag natin kung ano yung magiging offer natin, tapos kung ano yung ma-handle nating objection. Tapos, papagandahin na lang yan siya dun sa messaging, which is phase 3. And makakatulong din sa atin yung before and after grid para makagawa ng magandang messaging. Papansinin nyo guys na kahit gagawa kayo ng ad, hindi kayo mahihirapan to create an ad or a copy kasi nga, nalapag na yung before and after grid. So, without further ado, punta na tayo dun sa isang window or sa browser para makita nyo kung anong gagawin natin. Kasi tapos na tayo step 1, step 2. So, nasa step 3 na tayo. So, eto pala yung survey answers. Papansinin nyo, sobrang dami. Most of the people answered via email, yung iba sa Facebook group. Pero 300 plus yun. And then meron kaming Notion template na exactly yung ginagawa namin sa yung step 1 na yung survey, step 2 yung pag-rank ng top 5 theme, then before and after grid, yung ganun. Meron kaming page na dedicated for that or a template for that para hindi kami mahihirapan to create an offer for our clients as well. So yun, eto yung survey link, nakita nyo na kanina. Tapos, eto yung interpretation from the survey answers. Yung inanalyze namin yung 344, eto yung lumabas na themes ng problem ng mga landing page designers. So, yun nga. Ang gagawin dito is combining all the survey answers gathered and ranking the top 5 recurring themes of questions to get the common problem that most are encountering. Kasi yun yung isosolve natin. Kasi ang goal natin is total addressable market na may purchasing power. Okay? Total addressable market. Kaya gusto natin yung common or recurring problem para at least madami tayong matutulungan. So, ito yung na-identify natin na problems. One of the common problem daw is layout and what crucial elements to put on a landing page to make it converting. Yan yung common. Second is, hindi nila alam paano daw mag-assess ng specific section if need siya ng optimization or A/B testing. And then, may iba naman na hindi talaga nila alam kung ano yung i-assess sa landing page. Like, may landing page na yung client pero hindi nila alam kung ano yung i-improve. Okay? And then of course, another is quantifiable metrics to look at to see effectivity of design. Hindi nila alam kung gagawin ba nila yung design, magko-convert ba to? Kumbaga, clueless sila kung magkakaroon ng result. So, yun. And then, of course, last is what questions to ask to produce a highly converting landing page for your client. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan mag-ask tayo ng question dun sa client para makagawa tayo ng magandang landing page. Hindi yun pwede na parang papasok lang si client tapos gagawa na tayo ng landing page. Hindi ganun. Kailangan natin ng input. Input from the client so that we can create a better output. Pero ang problem dun is what question should we ask para makagawa ng magandang output. So, eto yung top 5 common problem ng mga landing page designers. Okay? So, pupunta na tayo dito sa ideal customer profile or yung psychographics. So, sa framework na to, meron tayong psychographics na ano yung parang before state nila when it comes to have, feel, their average day, the good versus evil, and also status. So, magtra-try tayo mamaya gumawa ng ads or messaging. So, eto nga, yung gagawin natin dito is we map out where they are before our solution so we can help them have a transformation through our solution. So, papansinin nyo, pag nag-plot tayo ng after state nila, kada psychographic, ang nangyayari, parang nagkakaroon na tayo ng, okay, ito yung magandang product. Kumbaga, dito pa lang nakakagawa na tayo ng clue or what product we can create. So, kunyari, ito yung first problem niya. They don't have any guidance or idea on what are the crucial section that needs to be present on a landing page. So, for us to solve this problem, well, we need to give them a framework that's proven and tested to produce good conversions. So parang, pansinin nyo, may idea na tayo kung ano yung product. Next is, no knowledge on what a highly converting landing page looks like, clear direction on what sections to be added on the landing page. So, pansinin nyo, eto din may, kumbaga, eto feeling. They are confused on how to make sure that the landing page will be converting. A blueprint of framework that's proven and tested to produce conversion-centered landing page. So ngayon, hindi na sila mako-confuse kasi nga, may blueprint sila eh. And then, overwhelmed with all the information that's needed to produce a highly converting landing page. When we say overwhelmed, ang nangyayari, nagre-research pa sila sa best practices, manonood pa sila ng maraming YouTube videos, Russell Brunson, babasahin pa nila yung .com secrets. Pero, ang solution natin dun is, they would exactly know the exact information to make the landing page give you conversions or good conversions. Kumbaga, ibibigay na eto lang yung essential information na kailangan nyo. Or kailangan nyo itanong kay client. And then, hindi nyo na kailangan magbasa, pumunta sa YouTube. Kasi, eto lang naman talaga yung kailangan para maging converting siya eh. Pabalik-balik naman yung problem ng mga tao eh. So, pansinin nyo yun, parang hindi na sila ma-overwhelm. And then, eto yung iba, hesitant and concerned about offering service because unsure of being able to give a good result. Takot silang mag-offer ng service kasi baka hindi sila makapagbigay ng result. Pero, ang gagawin natin is, be confident in offering a landing page design service that produces results. Ang question natin is, paano natin sila mabibigyan ng confidence? Well, babalik tayo dun. What if meron silang framework na i-follow lang nila and that framework is a proven and tested framework na for sure makakapagbigay ng good conversions once followed. So ngayon, hindi na sila magiging hesitant. So pansin nyo yun, parang na-handle natin yung lahat ng objections nila. Ito yung good versus evil. Good versus evil is wasting time on trial and error, disorganized workflow, and frequent revisions. Di ba sabi natin, efforts and sacrifices, delays? Like, mag-aaral pa ba yung mga tao? Like, magte-take pa ba sila ng 1 month before they can offer a landing page or they can offer it immediately once they have this specific product? So parang, di ba? Dun sa mas mabilis. Tapos disorganized workflow. Yung iba, kalat yung workflow nila kasi nga, hindi nila alam kung anong first step na gagawin nila. Pero what if meron silang clear step? Meron silang checklist. And then magiging predictable yung workflow nila. And then yung frequent revisions, what if yung framework na yun, once makita ng client, yung revisions magiging lowered kasi nga, it's based from research eh. It's backed by research and proven and tested na siya. So isipin nyo yun, parang marami yung nawawalang problem or efforts and sacrifices and also delays. So eto, status, struggling to produce good result. Another, a blueprint, a framework that's proven and tested to produce conversion-centered landing page. So, papansinin nyo yun, yung common theme to solve their frequent challenges is a blueprint or a framework. Yun lang talaga yun. Okay? Yun lang talaga. So, punta na tayo sa delivery cube. So, when we package, meron tayong tinatawag na do-it-yourself. Meron tayong tinatawag na done with you, meron tayong done for you. Okay? For me, since done with you, kailangan natin i-consider to ha guys, na ang sabi ko kanina, efforts and sacrifice. One of the efforts and sacrifice or that can contribute to delays is yung wala silang budget. Pag masyadong expensive yung product mo. Okay? So, kailangan mo din i-consider yung pricing mo. And, pag done with you kasi, and then done for you, it's gonna be expensive. Done with you is a consulting eh. So, you're gonna be charging by your hour. So, sa akin, mag-charge ako ng malaki. Kung gusto kong tumulong sa kanila or sa inyo, mag-charge ako ng malaki. Diba? Kasi, you would have to consult with me. You have to spend 1 hour with me. Done for you is I would be the one creating the landing page for you. So, hindi yun siya. May iba na prefer nila yung done with you. May iba na prefer nila yung done for you. But for me, pipiliin ko na mas marami yung matulungan ko. So, ang package ko is do it yourself. So this would be, yun nga, do it yourself. Meron tayong distribution, which is yung one-on-one or one-to-many. Dahil do it yourself ako, ang gagawin ko is one-to-many yung pipiliin ko. Kasi, gusto kong i-make sure na, ano siya na mabebenta ka agad ng, kumbaga, sa maraming tao. Tapos, yung consumption naman, pwede kasi to maging service Service, which is consulting or video tutorials or PDFs. Para sa akin, dahil one to many and then do it yourself ang pipiliin ko, magiging video tutorials lang to and tsaka PDF. So, alam nyo yun, parang napapansin nyo na, okay, so magiging product PDF, video tutorials, and then good siya for selling to a lot of people. Do it yourself siya. Tapos, speed and convenience. So, speed and convenience, I only work 4 hours or 2 hours a day. So, kung mag-offer ako ng done with your consulting, hindi siya nagme-make sense, di ba? So, ang mangyayari, mag-aantay yung mga tao. So, another delay siya. Speed and convenience. So, ang gusto ko is instant ma-access. So, magiging 24/7 siya available. 24/7 available. So, napapansin nyo, alam natin na magiging digital product siya. Instead of parang schedule a call, tapos expensive, ganun. Kasi kung expensive to, hindi to magiging convenient. Hindi din to magiging mabilis. Kasi nga, hindi naman lahat may pera So, for me, 24/7 available siya. So, alam natin na magiging digital product na to. Now, support. Dahil nga magiging mura naman siya, yung support natin, hindi naman tayo pwede magbigay ng call or Zoom or one-on-one meeting. Kasi, that would, kumbaga, magiging affected din yung oras ko. I only work 2 hours a day, 2 to 4 hours a day. So, kung merong mga tao na magtatanong sa akin na mauubos yung oras ko, so my other business would be affected. So, anong type of support yung mabibigay ko? Ang mabibigay ko lang na support is concerns about the product via email. So, yan lang yung support na mabibigay ko. May iba na gusto nila gumawa ng community, pero for communities kasi, you also have to charge. Pero napapansin nyo na yung mabibigay mong support, depende na sa pricing mo. Okay? So, sa akin, kasi magiging 24/7 available to, alangan naman hindi na ako matulog. And then, magiging one-to-many siya, alangan naman lahat sasagutin ko. And then, magiging do-it-yourself siya, hindi ko talaga magagawa yung one-on-one meeting. So, ang magagawa ko lang is, kung may concern sila sa product, hindi nila na-download, hindi pa nila na-access, yun lang yung sasagutin via email. So, yan yung silbi ng Delivery Cube. It guides you kung paano mo siya ipapackage. Okay? It guides you. Now, ito yung ROI evaluation. Dito sa ROI evaluation, parang ang question dito is, if this framework or if this product can give you, like, or can allow you to charge $500 minimum because you can give a result to a client, how much would it be worth to you? So, kailangan yung rule mo dito is, ano ba, makaka-ROI ba yung tao? Kahit ibenta mo siya ng $500? Yes, kasi makakapag-charge sila ng minimum 500 Next, kung magamit nila ng isang beses yung product na yun, can they use it multiple times or unlimited times? Yes, kasi kung unlimited yun, then automatically, bawing-bawi. Now, kung pwedeng magamit tong product na to for many clients, automatically, for me lang yung ROI evaluation ko dito is at least 10x. Minimum 10x. Okay? So, yun yung sa akin. Now, sa pricing naman, guys, hindi ko pa alam kung magkano to, pero definitely hindi to magiging expensive kasi do it yourself to So, pero yun yung minimum ROI 10x. Kailangan ko lang mag-isip ng ways to quantify this. para magkaroon ng ROI yung mga tao. So that's how I will do it. Now, i-craft na natin yung offer natin. So, identify natin sa psychographics yung yung parang mga main objection nila. Ano ba yung mga main objections? So, eto na lang. Eto, lalagyan ko lang ng pula para at least alam ko. Pero usually sa feelings to eh. Usually sa feelings talaga ako nag-ano eh. Eto, maganda ko to. And then, yung magiging product kasi common din to eh. Ito yung mga common natin eh. So, gawin ko na lang blue. Ito yung common na pabalik-balik eh. Kahit nga to eh, parang framework to eh. Ito framework na naman. Tapos, flexible to any industries. So, pabalik-balik lang siya eh. By the way, yung mga secondary na naisip mong solution, those can be upsells. Yan yung next product mo. Kumbaga, pag ibenta mo yung framework, ano yung next? Well, kailangan din nila ng checklist eh. So, kumbaga, yun yung upsell. But of course, I'm not gonna be doing it. I'm just giving you an idea para alam nyo kung paano kayo mag-craft ng offer. Okay? So yun, ito, pansinin nyo, sobrang daming beses na yung lumalabas ng framework. So sige, at least nakahanap na ako ng ng parang way to eto maganda 'to eh. Alam ko na paano siya i-a-angle. So parang yung magiging eto parang hindi naman kailangan na damihan ko eh. So isang beses lang. So kunyari, landing page framework. Tas objection nila is trial and error. Tapos unsure if it will be converting. So, yung magiging natin, handling of objection is this framework allows you to produce highly converting landing page to any industries without the need to do a lot of trial and error and revision. So parang yun yung yun yung magiging offer statement natin. Yan yung first. So i-refine ko pa to siya. I-refine ko to siya na parang, okay, this landing page framework allows you to produce highly converting landing page to any industries without the need to do a lot of trial and error and revisions. So parang pwede din na this framework allows you to charge more for highly converting landing page while working less. Kasi, wala nang trial and error eh. Wala na ding revision eh. This allows you to charge more. So parang napapansin nyo, yun yung pag-offer craft. That's how you would handle them. So, yun yung offer crafting. And for the next lesson natin, that would be all about messaging. Pero ang gagawin ko is etong before and after grid framework, i-feed ko na lang kay, i-feed ko ay lalagay ko muna siya sa Google Sheet. And once I'm done with putting it sa Google Sheet, i-import ko siya sa ChatGPT and then I will ask ChatGPT to create a landing page copy out of it. Now, I might not be able to show it to you kung ano yung prompt, pero what I can promise you is gusto kong ipakita sa inyo paano siya ilalapag when it comes to planning it out as a landing page. Okay? So yun, that ends the offer crafting and delivery cube video. I hope that this video is helpful and I hope that you've learned some information on how I create a digital product. And again, if you find this video helpful, kindly comment down below, like this video for the algorithm, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not yet subscribed. So, yun lang. See you on the episode 3 of this series. Bye guys.